If you could still remember, last time we went shopping at the supermarket. This time, take a look at the pictures. Where do you think we are going? Take a look at these and other pictures. Where do you think? Good job! This time, we are going shopping at the shopping mall.
Probably the store that you'll find the most often at the mall is a clothing store. I think in this mall, almost probably 3/4 of the stores are actually clothing stores. Other types of stores are things like behind me over here, there's a card store. And over here, there is a game store, a video game store. And if you look there's another clothing store. And if you look way down there, there's a cell phone store. So those are some of the typical types of stores that you'll find at a mall. This is where my kids always want to stop when we're at the mall. But I always say no. Am I a mean dad? And they always want to stop here too. And I say no again. So behind me here, you'll see a shoe store. There's usually 2 or 3 shoe stores in a mall. I don't buy shoes very often, so it's not a store that I go into a lot. But let's walk for a bit and I'll show you what my favorite store is. So behind me is my favorite store, which is a bookstore. I love to read books. I think maybe we should go inside and see if they have a good book to help people learn English. I don't know if they do, but I'm just gonna walk in and ask them. So let's go. Just gonna walk to the back, see if there's a book section for learning English. If not, I'll have to ask someone to help me. Don't really see anything like that. Nope, I don't see any books to help learn English. Do you have any books to help people learn English? And what section would they be in? These 3 books here are the books that they have to help you learn English. There's only one book that I think I would recommend. Is the DK series of books for learning English is really, really good. I think I might actually go and buy this one just to kind of check it out. Pretty much every mall will have a food court with a seating area. And a food court, if I just give you a bit of a spin, will have all kinds of different restaurants. They're usually fast food restaurants where you can get food quickly, but they're usually located somewhere in the center of the mall, and we call it a food court. So behind me is my second favorite kind of store. This is an electronics store, and you can buy televisions, you can buy cameras, you can buy radios, you can buy all the stuff you'd like that's electronic. I really, really like that store. So the other thing that's very common to find in a mall is a hair salon. So behind me there's a hair salon. It's a place where you could go to get your hair cut, to get your hair done. I don't go to this particular hair salon. I go to a smaller one that costs less money. But yeah, behind me at the mall, you can get your hair cut while you're doing some shopping. Some malls in Canada, at least, actually have movie theaters right in the mall. So sometimes my wife and I will come and do some shopping. And when we're done shopping, we'll go and we'll see a movie while we're at the mall. Not every mall in Canada has a movie theater, but some malls have movie theaters built right in where you can go and see a movie. It's almost Halloween in Canada, which is at the end of October. And that's why they have all costumes out here. On Halloween, kids dress up and they go to the neighbors' houses and they say trick or treat to get candy and chocolate. So that's why today at the mall, you'll see a lot of stores selling different types of costumes. So this store behind me sells shoes and other athletic gear. If you needed shoes for soccer or volleyball or a new pair of shorts, I'm not sure what sport you play, this would be the store you would come to. This is actually the store where I bought my shoes that I'm wearing right now. So a lot of times a mall will have a jewelry store where you can buy rings, necklaces, and bracelets. I'm kind of lucky because Jen, the Canadian, my wife, doesn't actually wear a lot of jewelry, so I don't spend a lot of money at the jewelry store.
All right, so those are some of the different stores in the shopping mall. So once again, we are going to learn the different stores in the shopping mall today. So here are examples for the stores. Clothing, drugstore, or you could say pharmacy, perfumes, toys, shoes, bookstore, jewelry, restaurant, body care, and the last one, gift store. Again, these are only some of the stores because, in fact, shopping mall has a lot of stores. So once again, clothing, drugstore, or you could say pharmacy, perfumes, toys, shoes, bookstore, jewelry, restaurant, body care, and the last one we have, the gift store. Okay, so our first store will be clothing store. There are so many clothing store names, but for today, we are going to have only one. And the name of the clothing store is Levi's. Okay, next we have, and for our next store is the shoes store. Once again, there are so many shoes stores, but today we're going to have one example for it, and that is the Adidas. Again, the name of this shoe store is Adidas. Another store in the shopping mall is restaurant, and this is example for a restaurant in the shopping mall. Next is, we also have jewelry store in the shopping mall. And here's the example. Okay, we have here Duncan's Diamonds 3 Generations or jewelry store. And then the favorite place for children, the toy store. Okay, so we are going to buy, or you can buy anything for your kids here. Just go to the toy stores. And body care store. This is the picture for a body care store. Okay, so you can go there and you can buy lotions or some other items that is for our body. Another store in the shopping mall where you can buy books is the bookstore. Okay, so example here, if you want to buy new books, if you are a fan of reading books, you can go to the bookstore and buy some. Another store that we can find in the shopping mall is the gift store. Okay, so example for this one, the Island Gift Store. Here you can go and buy some stuffs for your loved ones. If you want to buy something, some gifts for your families or friends, then you can come to the gift store and buy some of the things that you like to give. Okay, so it's time for our review. All right, so in my questions, I am going to use the word mall instead of shopping mall. These two words are just the same anyway. So again, my questions will be about mall and the stores in the mall. Okay, so are you ready with the question? Okay, glad to hear that. Now let's have the question. What store in the mall is this? Great! It's a clothing store. What about this? What store in the mall is this? Yes, you got it. It's a drugstore. Next, what store in the mall? Yes, it's a perfume store. Next in line, what store in the mall is this? You got it. It's a restaurant. What about this? What store in the mall is this? Yes, great. This one is a jewelry store. Again, it's a jewelry store. What about this one? Okay, it's a bookstore. Wow, look at this. There are so many beautiful dresses. And yeah, my question once again, what store in the mall is this? Okay, it's a clothing store. And what about this one? Yes, the children love this store. And this store is called Toy Store. Very good. And what about this one? Especially during Christmas, during special occasions, you're going to go to this store and then you will buy some stuffs. Yes, exactly. It's a gift store. Next, what store in the mall is this? If you want to have a fair skin, if you want to have a smooth skin, you will go to this place, to this store, and you will buy some of these products. What store in the mall is this? Okay, very good. It's a body care store. And now we are on our last store. What store in the mall is this? You know, I love this place. I really want to have one of these items, but for now, it's a no-no. No budget for that. Okay, so once again, what store in the mall is this? Okay, you got it right. It's a shoe store. And that's all for today's lesson. Thank you so much, and I hope you have learned something today. And see you again next time. Goodbye.